Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a random review. I'm Random Ross and today I'm reviewing The Suicide Squad. Yes, the latest installment in the DCEU, and this one is written and directed by James Gunn, from Guardians of the Galaxy, writing and directing, and it stars Margot Robbie, Idris Elba, John Cena, Joel Kinnaman, Sylvester Stallone, Viola Davis, Jai Courtney, and Peter Capaldi. So this is it's not a reboot, yet not a sequel of the Suicide Squad. It's like its own story. I mean, I don't know if the first one is canon or something or anything, but you don't need to watch the first film to get this new one. So in it, Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, and Peacemaker, Rick Flag, King Shark, Polka Dot Man, and Ratcaller 2 are all tasked with a mission. Ratcatcher, sorry, not Ratcaller, Ratcatcher, are all tasked with stopping this whole threat of Operation Starfish, where they have to stop Starro, a giant telekinetic alien starfish, from invading the Earth and taking over people. And that's pretty much the whole story. So let's get to my likes and dislikes. First of all, I like James Gunn's writing and directing. He got fired from Marvel for some stuff that came out about his past or what have you, and instead of waiting around for Disney to ask him to come back and carry on doing Guardians of the Galaxy 3, he didn't wait about. He actually went to DC and did this take of the Suicide Squad. And is Guardians 3, is it worth Guardians 3 getting put on hold for? I'd say yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when it's out, but for now, we'll see the Guardians again in the next Thor film and what have you. Yeah, I like this one. I like the cameos as well. We had some good cameos in there, including Sean Gunn and Taika Waititi. Yes, Taika Waititi cameoed in this one. So he got a cameo. And we also, got to see a lot better visual effects. I love the characters. I love Margot Robbie playing Harley Quinn. She is just so good. She, came back and was just, the same old Harley, adorable, mischievous, menacing, and I loved her in it. I loved Idris Elba as well playing Bloodsport. And I loved Sylvester Stallone's vocal performance as King Shark. King Shark was a funny character. Now, in the first one, it was either Killer Croc or King Shark. I'm glad we got King Shark in this. He didn't quite have the hammerhead shark look, but more like the Great White. But still, he was just fun to watch, a fun character. And I really felt for him and was so overjoyed when he survived. Little spoiler alert. I also like John Cena as the Peacemaker. Now, Peacemaker is going to get his own HBO series, and it will be an origin story on him. I won't say what happens with him in this film, but he was a good character as well. Was willing to do whatever it took for world peace. I also enjoyed, Peter Capaldi as the Thinker. It was weird seeing him bald and having all these nuts and bolts in his head. Just weird and funny. But he was a good character. Didn't have as much screen time as I thought. Also, the opening scene, I won't give much away about that, but let's just say, you watch the opening scene, yeah, you're in for a surprise. I'll say that much. I want to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. But this is so much better than the one we got 5 years ago. Such a big improvement. I mean, that was a mess, and I'm glad they actually did this one over. And I'm glad with this one. I enjoyed it. It was so much better than the previous film. Of course, we got Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang back, and we got a great score and a great soundtrack because James Gunn does love his music in this, and we also get some good, like I said, visuals, as I've said already. What else can I say about this without spoiling it? It was just, a fun watch, and it had good digital and visual effects. I like the Weasel as well. The Weasel was funny in the time we got to see him in. I will say there are some credit scenes. There's like one scene just before the credits roll, and then there is a post-credit scene. I will say that much, so be sure to stick around for them, because they have those there. And they really up the violence and the swearing in this. I mean, the first Suicide Squad film was a 15 anyway, but in America it was PG-13. In this one, it is a 15 and is definitely worthy of the R rating. And yeah, it just had some good moments in there, great montages, and like they said in the Suicide Squad, a good 4-minute sequence with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn breaking out. That is a good scene, and I do enjoy that. I also like the character of Polka Dot Man. He was a bit of an odd, bizarre character, and was good in that too. I also loved the rat catcher. She playing the daughter of the first rat catcher, and the rats in that. She calling all rats. Yeah, there were some funny moments in there too, with it being James Gunn. He added some comedic moments in there, and there was some comedy in there. In fact, this one, it does say it's a superhero action comedy. Yeah. And I say, yeah, there were a lot of comical moments there, some funny moments that did make me chuckle, and I did enjoy that. It was just a fun film and a total blast. A good 2 hours. It's about, how long is it? It's 232 minutes, not 200, 132 minutes long, giving it 2 hours and 12 minutes, and they fly by like that. I also liked the main villain that was a big starfish, Starro. Crazy, who'd have thought a giant starfish can be so intimidating, especially when he takes over people, with little pieces, parasite versions of him taking over humans. But yeah, it has some good action, good moments in there. It's a fun watch, and yeah, DC are starting to learn from their mistakes and are improving on these films. And I think that's what DC need to do. Let the directors have more, control over it, because it worked out good for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and James Gunn had full creative control over this. So I'd say do that, DC, because it does make good filming, for sometimes and that. So anyway, what am I going to rate this one? I mean, do I have anything to dislike before I rate it? Not really. It's very fast paced. It's like the action kicks off within less than a minute, and it's like, action from start to end. And I don't have anything bad to say. So, James Gunn, you've outdone yourself. So I look forward to Guardians 3 next from you, but maybe he's got other projects planned or something before he gets back to that. I don't know. But anyway, yes, the Suicide Squad. I'm actually going to give it a 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 for the Suicide Squad. So there you go. That has been a random review on the Suicide Squad. Have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe if you're new here. I have other channels as well for other content that I love as well. So much so I had to give them their own channels, a horror and Who channel. So yeah, that's it for this one. So until next time, I bid you all a goodbye for his goodbye.